Oh man, I think we're gonna be live. Almost live. Kinda live. We're fighting through it. Let's see. Am I the one person looking? Sounds terrifying. Stream health is orange, it's not green. Why are we orange? Why are we orange? It's an online game, I guess. My computer's trash, but whatever. Yeah. I got on Domo. I'm gonna be streaming this. I'm trying to think. Like, I'm not gonna make something up and be like, oh, every day or some shit like that. I'm gonna be streaming this probably bi-weekly, tri-weekly, quad-weekly, something like that. The problem with being in this game at the moment is that I hit a point, right, in Domo where, for me, because I'm not good at the game, right, I'm not good, I'm not a good player. I hit a wall, you know? I hit somewhat of a leveling wall. And this game requires more, this is a grinding game. This is a straight up grinding kind of game. I hit a wall at which what I could do by myself without spending money. If I was a good player at the game, it wouldn't be a problem, but I'm not. I mean, there's a level of knowledge about the game. I possess a very healthy knowledge about it, but there's a level. There's about 2 octanes higher than me in terms of knowledge about this game. I'm above average, a little above average. I've played this game since I was like over a decade, 2 decades. Not 2. It hasn't been about 2 decades. I haven't been alive for 2. I'm 20. Wow, I'm fumbling over words like a fucking whatchamacallit. The game, is I don't know how to put it. I played the area version, and I'm trying to. So I'll say I can't think of anything right now. I played the area version of the game, and my knowledge of Area's version was complete, like near complete. This version is more like we're gonna find Giannis Antetokounmpo. This version of the game is like, I think, closer to the Japanese version, or I don't know exactly what kind of version it is. It's closer to. But there's just so many new features and so many new things. That's a great word, things. I don't know. You know, there's just a lot about this game now that it has surpassed my knowledge. Beyond me. It's beyond me. So, yeah, I can't, I fell back a bit because I hit the wall. And now, again, this is because of me. I'm not a great player. I'm not a good player. I'll say it right now. Because I'm not a good player, and my optimizing, all my stuff like that. Wow, Chinese opera mask. I was trying to buy that because I lack the knowledge and the patience at the moment, or I did at the time, to become a good player and learn more. Even though all the information is on the wiki and the forums are helpful. The information's there. I can easily attain it, but I didn't want to. Dokkan, I can straight up, I gotta learn on my phone. I can straight up say that Dokkan has legit changed how I deal with. I'm parsing my words because I just got an email from what the hell that was. Oh, random. it has really changed how I handle video games. Like before Dokkan, how do I put it? Since I started playing gacha game like Dokkan, primarily Dokkan, I've become more. So I don't know. I've lost patience for a lot of games. And you're like, you play Dokkan. Dokkan's all you're doing. Dokkan. I'm doing the goober voice. I can't fucking think. And you're playing Dokkan. All you do is grinding too. Yeah, you know, you're right. But there's something about it. I lost my patience for a lot of different games and grinding and stuff like that. And it's unfortunate because Domo is my favorite. Domo is my favorite MMO I think I've ever played. There's something about it. It's not the prettiest. Like it can be very pretty at times. The soundtrack for this game is bumping. I've played. This is like the first MMO. Ragnarok was the first MMO I ever played, and I was a child. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So that was. I can't say I enjoyed it because I don't remember it. I don't know what I was doing. I know I became a gunslinger, and I couldn't afford bullets or some shit like that. It was something really stupid, really just ignorant, and I couldn't play it. Domo, I played. On the forums, the Naruto work forums, they I don't know where I'm going. Oh, I could have farmed. How was it? That would what's his face? I go to Copperhorn. I mean, I go to my favorite city in the game. Yeah, we'll go there, and we'll just keep going for there. Man, I blanked out. Quality content. Quality freaking content. I straight up forgot what I was talking about. Let's see if we can round it up. Okay. Dokkan. Domo. Lost patience. I forgot. Whatever. Basically, the whole thing I was getting to is the fact that this game, if you're not skilled enough, basically once you get to level 50, for how the meta for the game, how it used to be, and my mind is still attuned to that on the area version, and for this version too, for most of it, once you hit level 50 in this game, team leveling is completely, it used to be completely pointless. It was detrimental, counterintuitive, like whatever synonym you want to use for bad, because it made no sense. So I still kind of operate in that modus operandi with this stuff, and I've been doing it for so long, you know. I haven't adjusted to the fact that teaming is good again. And then there's this whole thing with me, what in a solo game like Dokkan, or something like that, where I'm not competing against anyone. I'm competing against my friends, you know, to see who we get what. But I'm never like angry. I'm lying. I'll get jealous sometimes they pull something I don't get it, but for the most part, I'm not competing against them, you know. So, or anyone else. So, if I don't have the greatest team or the greatest units or something like that, I'm not gonna lose my mind, right? I'm not gonna bother me that much. In this game, my competitiveness comes out pretty hefty, and I can't be as great. I can't be great in this game. I can't be the greatest because there are people who play this. There's legit, off the top of my head, I know 2 or 3 guys who aren't in my guild who I play this game seemingly 23 hours a day. Like, they're always on it. They're always on it. So being better than them is impossible for me. That's impossible right there. But being in teams around that level, or once you hit level 50 in this game, you're supposed to, that's when your gear matters the most. And now it's time to tune up, carry your weight, and all that stuff like that. And I feel inadequate in this game. I feel vastly inadequate to other people. One, because my knowledge isn't there, and I'm not really willing at the moment. You know, if I start streaming, well, if I'm streaming it more, if I'm playing it more again, it's gonna change. But if my knowledge gets up there, and I have I'm in the best guild in the game. I don't care what anyone else says. It was an exodus about a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever. But I'm flying. I should probably like show off the ground, right? The map. Let's do that. Run amok, and we'll auto walk to Collington. I mean, the knowledge, like I said, the knowledge is there. I haven't put any effort into learning it or adapting to it. And because I feel inadequate, like I don't think I'd be able to carry my weight to the point where I'd be a detriment. And I can't stand feeling like that. There was it hit me when I think the game had just come out again. A few months in, maybe a year, maybe close to a year in, right? There was this player named I don't know the fuck it was CYNIE. I don't know if I fucking pronounced that shit. But basically, we were on the same team, and I remember that person from the original Domo. And they were one of these people who play the game, you know, nonstop, spending a lot of money, or those kind of people who really enjoy it like that. Like I used to be like that, but not to that level because I'm not a good player. But they were dominating me. We were both doing DPS, AOE DPS, and they were dominating me in damage, and that bothered me to no end. My competitive streak, that shit legitimately, it didn't piss me off. It legitimately like made my stomach churn a bit. I was like, I'm getting cucked right now. And that's before cucked was like a word. People weren't even using cucked like that. And I said it. I'm getting cucked on Domo. This is supposed to be my game, you know. This is supposed to be me. And from that point on, I was like, it's like realm of, it's like that's like I'm Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and the game was Beerus right there. Like the game showed me, like right there, there's a whole realm, Junior, that you just, the whole thing that you're just not ready for. Now, I like the ambient music here, so we're gonna turn it as an evil off, and we're gonna turn the music on here. Turn it up. I don't know how loud that sounds, but my face is right here, so it shouldn't be louder than me. But yeah, all right, we're good. This is my favorite, Collington City. This is my favorite city in the game. So spin around there. It's nighttime in the game right now, so it's night. And I said it's nighttime in the game, so it's night in the game. Yikes! It's nighttime in the game, so it's dark. I'm gonna just leave that one alone. These guys, these are good people. They do a lot of wiki stuff. They play the Japanese version a lot. They're a cornucopia of knowledge, veritable cornucopia of knowledge. Those people right there, good people. But yeah, I got cucked. I got cucked in Domo, and that right there just completely turned me off. I was like, you know what? I'm never gonna be able to perform at a level like that, because I'm not willing to go to those levels, the extremes, to get to that level, you know, where you're just cucking people, dominating like that in terms of damage and everything. I'm never gonna be able to do that. I'm not gonna be able to. So I kind of, from that point on, my fervor for playing kind of dipped. Now that was a while ago, and I still play the game a shit ton. Like it's not like I play the game like I was turned off or whatever. I was turned off from being like, I can be competitive. Hey, Mr. Slug, Mr. Slug, I remember that guy. He's pretty. I never met him. I remember him from the old game. Old Country. Ed Boys, the Old Country. That was a terrible Rolf impression, but we're heading to Blackatoa, which I could have went the other way, but we're gonna show up the crackhead rabbits over here. And this map's pretty fucking big. Map's pretty big. And you're gonna walk to the right. Why? Auto walk in Domo is a mixed bag. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. But yeah, I got cucked. I keep saying that part because it's like, dude, like I haven't thought about it since I don't know how long. Cause I haven't talked about it. You know, it's not like it's not how do you put it? It's not something I talk about a lot. I don't talk about Domo a lot. You know, so it just, oh god, that shit irks me so much. Just knowing that I couldn't be the best or anything like that, man. It just irks me. So yeah, I dipped, and I hit the wall where my lack of skills and lack of gear, combined with my playing style and me being too paranoid to do, you know, anything with other players on my level, to duo and level up, I stopped playing. I mean, I'm on it every day or every other day, but I'm usually AFK, playing with a pet or something like that. So I don't consider that playing, really. And it's just been rough. It's rough. Cause I used to like really love this game, but I'm so far behind, and there's so much other shit taking up my time. Just in gaming alone. That right there, that's the issue. It's just, in gaming alone, dude, that we got an alert, we got a notification. I don't know what that means. I got another achievement on stream. Well, I said on stream, what the fuck? Twitch? This is called Twitch. We got 2 people on, oh, brick wall. We got 2 people on YouTube watching us. Watching me. I said us. Hello, 2 people on YouTube. How's your night going? Why am I streaming so late? I don't know. How you guys doing? Hope you're having a good night. And the one person watching on Twitch, I kind of feel like that's me, but it said 0 before, and I was still watching or looking, so I don't know if that counts. I don't know if they would do that. Make me feel better. No. Oh, 1 person now. That's cool. Hello, 1 person on YouTube. I hope you're enjoying the Domo. Just showing off the map a bit. I want to do like a hardcore video on this game and some like spiffy editing and stuff like that, but I don't know enough anymore. We're farming a title. It's a draw quest, typical draw quest. Kill some mobs, get a creature, whatever. We're gonna do that right now. Maybe another half an hour, 20 minutes. But if you are a fan of Chinese mythology, if you're a fan of grinding, like if you don't mind the grind, if you don't mind the grind, Domo, I definitely recommend Dream of Mirror. It's a social MMO, so it's more about you're interacting with other people and stuff like that. The community's always been good. They've always been good. Have there anything else that's really super interesting to say? I mean, there, as you can see from the graphics or whatever, it's not like a new looking. I don't know. It's the game is kind of cel shaded. It has some cel shading elements to it. to the point where for me, cell shading, I don't know if it's just me or it's just me and my brother, but I feel like cell shading kind of makes it hard, unless it's like really shitty cell shading-esque kind of graphics or whatever. I feel like it's not. Cell shading can make a game seem younger than it is. Like Jet Set Radio Future, in my opinion, looks like right now that it could have come out and been like a Steam, like an indie game like that. Like it doesn't it would be a very high-end indie game because of the amount of content it has, and the soundtrack, of course, is god tier. But I mean, just based on looks, it looks like to me like it could be a straight up, like it could have came out last year, this year. Like it doesn't look super dated. I mean, obviously it has some of the, you know, some of the hands look kind of funky, but the art style for the game and the fluidity that it has, like a lot of it just looks great. This game, in my opinion, is in that ballpark where it obviously doesn't look new, as in like it came out this year, but there's enough there. If you can't compare it to like Black Desert or something like that. Black Desert is like the most graphically intense MMO I think I've ever played. Off the top of my head, I could be wrong. Off the top of my head, it's Black Desert. For sure, I think. That's a for sure, I think. Oxymoron. But like off the top of my head, I can't think of anything else. Like it obviously doesn't look like that, but with the colors and the art style, if you have the cell, is it called cell shading? What is it called? Cartoon effects. That's what that's on. I don't know why the hell I'm not changing that. I must put it there for a reason. As long as you're doing that right, it looks decent. You know, it doesn't look ugly. The animations are kind of funny. Like they're not. I don't know what I classify them as. They're kind of stiff. Like it's weird. It's such a weird. I have a very hard time putting my thumb on this game and like classifying it as something or one thing or another, because it's unique. It really is unique in how it looks and how it plays and everything. Oh man, it's rough. Like the closest game I can think of to this would be like Mabinogi. I never played Fluff, like Fly for Fun, some shit like that. I never played that game before, but it used to get compared to that game a lot. At least on area. I don't know if that game's still around or anything. I don't know anything about it. I went on a wiki like one for it. I mean I went on like the forum for once and like the whole Doomsday thing. A pet peeve. We're gonna do a pet peeve video, maybe in a podcast. Once Daryl gets back, or if I do like a solo one or something like that until, you know, I can get the guys on. Pet peeve, I hate people who go on MMO forums and they're saying and like just dooming the game that they're playing. Like, oh, look at the usage rate, or look at the downloads, or this and that, and the game is dying, it's dead. What do you do? I hate those people. I hate him. I hate it because 45 to 50% of the time, no, it's higher than that, I've seen. Really? I didn't get it for that? That's odd. Fuck it. Like 60-70% of the time, right? That they're doom saying the game and everything like that. It's not. They're exaggerating, right? That's first of all. And the game is not doing as bad or anything like they're saying. But what you do is you okay, cool. When you do stuff like that, what you're doing is you could potentially you're helping speak what you're saying into existence. Sorry, I'm trying to see what the fuck else I need to kill. I don't know what the hell that means. Alright, skulls. We gotta kill some skulls. When you're constantly saying your game is dying or the game is dead or this and that, when you're doing that, what you're doing is people who are playing the game and is enjoying it normally, they see stuff like that and they start panicking a bit, anxiety. Because all these games are gonna, all MMOs, all free MMOs, off the top of my head, from what I believe, all free MMOs are gonna vanish one day, right? It's a fact. They're all gonna vanish one day. So you're already living with that kind of anxiety when you play these games, knowing that eventually they're gonna be gone, right? They're not forever. It's not like Jet Set Radio Future, game that came out 2001, 2000, right? And I can put it in right now and put. Oh, he stole my kill. I could play right now, right, or something like that. But there's just this sense that, you know, well, not the sense, but one day you're gonna try to turn on the game. I went through it with the first Domo on Area. You turn on the game one day and it's gone. Yeah, I was there the last day. It was rough. It was really rough. Not like I wasn't crying like I wasn't like a bitch or like that. But I was when it ended, when it got towards the end, I was already in the kind of transition where I was like, alright, I don't really want to play this right now. Like, I had known, they gave us a few months in advance heads up that the game would be closing. So I already kind of tried to detach myself, because I guess I spent a large amount of time on Domo, playing it and everything, large amount of time. So I knew that I was going to be attached. It was going to piss me off a bit when it was gone. And once it went down, I was like, man, that sucks. But you know what? You know, there's a ton of other stuff I could do now. There's other games. Nothing filled the void. The closest was Shin Megami Tensei Imagine, which we've done a few videos on. And I think I deleted the folder that held the rest of them, which is kind of odd. Which we gotta do some more, because that game is dope as shit. Reimagine those guys and gals doing that. They are the truth, because that game is awesome, and I'll definitely do some more content of that. I love Shin Megami Tensei. I love it. I don't love Persona at all. I really dislike Persona. I like Persona 1 and 2, like the old ones with the girl. And it was the Coolest, that's what it was called, the magazine she wore or something like that. I forgot what the fuck it was called. Oh, Tech the Fox, my mistake. That series is dope. But Shin Megami Tensei was on Area, and Daryl and I, my little brother, we basically were like, we're gonna get good at this game, we're gonna understand it. And then it got taken down. Then Atlas bought it, and Atlas brought it back, and we had some fun with Atlas, and they transferred your accounts. And then Atlas decided to liquidate their freaking mobile gaming thing. I guess they weren't making money. I don't know. So it was dead for years. Now that was resurrected. But basically, now this game here, it came back because people were like clamoring for it. But that feeling when you're really attached to an MMO, dude, and calm down, fucking thingamabob. When you're attached to an MMO, man, and you've been playing it for a long time, and then you log on and you're like, oh, this game is dead. That dread rises inside of you. You're like, oh man, like this is the end, you know? Get some of the pet look I have something. I know I sold sandwich wrong. I don't give a shit. Pets can fight in this game. I'll do like a little showcase and show like the game off some more. I'll do that. That'll be pretty cool. But it's just a sinking feeling because you know it's gonna happen eventually. You just hope kind of that either it takes years, like by the time it does close, you've emotionally you've moved on. You know, there's something else you could be playing, something else you could be doing. Maybe your life has turned. Maybe you have like a family, you know, something that can distract you. But if you like, with an MMO like this, where 50% of the game is social interactions and things of that nature, like you can play this game solo almost. All the end game stuff requires you being in a team at least. Yeah, but once you get to that level, everyone knows what they're doing. Everyone's chill for the most part. They're all intelligent people, so you don't have to like worry about dealing with idiots for the most part. Because the fact, unless someone like got carried to this point, once you get to that level, the high levels in this game, you know your shit, you know, and you've spent a lot of time and sometimes money, definitely a lot of time into these games, so you know what you're doing. You're not trying to waste time. But it's like, for those people, I feel for them, you know, because it's like you spend so much time playing the game, and then people are like, oh, it's dead, and now you're like, oh my god, is it really dead? And it's rough. That can be really rough, and that's why I hate people who do that. Even if you're like right, pointing it out doesn't do shit. I mean, just it's not helping. You're not helping anyone. Yeah, you're not making. You saying the game is dying is not gonna, oh my god, kick up the user base getting in there. Like, if you really care about the game and you notice a slip in the player base or something like that, then what you do, if you care, you promote the game. Unless it's like a broken mess or something. Even then, you're still playing it and you're calling it a broken mess. I don't know, maybe you're a masochist. I don't know. I'm just saying, if you're playing a game that long and you really care about it, and you notice that it's slipping in some areas, try to do, you know, your due diligence. Try to keep it alive. It's not your job to keep it alive, but if you care about it, you know, it goes part and parcel. You should want to keep it alive. That's why I did videos on this game early. I wanted to do more about it, and then I got cucked. But stuff like this definitely just, I think the music's not playing. I don't hear it anymore. I think, wait, let me, yeah, I don't hear the music at the moment, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna put some Metal Gear back, not Metal Gear, put some, what the hell is the game called? Put Temptation on. Ooh, Mysterious. Great soundtrack. Great soundtrack. Resident Evil games all have great soundtracks. I like this song. This is Revelations 2, by the way. Revelation 2, in my opinion, best Resident Evil games. Maybe period. I love 5. I know people hate it. I love 5. 6 is enjoyable. You know, fuck, I'll talk Resident Evil some other time. Anyway, back to MMOs. So I can't remember the last MMO that made me talk about this whole thing in the first place. About people talking about the game is dead and dying and all that shit. I can't remember what it was. That's unfortunate. But yeah, it's just that it just doesn't help, you know? You're not helping at all. So you're part of the problem, really. I mean, you're contributing, because that game, once I read that it was dead, and I was like, oh fuck this, I'm not playing this game. I did it. See, I did the problem. I could have been, I'm one person, and I glimpsed at it, and I was interested, but that's so that I immediately put it down. What if, how many people that person with that thread, and he got debunked. The person got debunked in this thread. They were like, this is not false, because it was like the amount of people playing on Steam is not conducive to a lot of people playing, period, because it's a separate launcher, and the launcher has everything else in it. So where people are probably using that, like, he got debunked in his own, he got his shot blocked in his own thread, saying the game was dead. But you know, an asshole like me just straight up, oh shit, he said it must be dead. Just reading that, you're automatically gonna assume that they're. Why would he lie, right? Why would someone lie about that? It must be dead. So fuck it, I'm not gonna play this game if it's dead. I'm not gonna get involved. You see how many people just go look at the game, just saw that thread and like, oh fuck, I'm not playing it. Like, you're contributing to the downfall of the game, whether you intend to or not. There are a lot of people who got fed up with certain games, and you know what, I'm gonna make sure I can do whatever I can to make sure it fails. But you know, but it's just I don't see the point in doing that. If you care about the game, it's just, you're not helping. I'll eat that shit. I don't fucking care. Now, what do we gotta kill last? What the hell? The shadow? What is that? The wiki is very useful, but I don't feel like looking it up right now. Oh, fucking foxes, really? Ugh. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just pet peeve of mine. I really don't like that stuff, dude. MMOs can be hard enough to get into and get hooked. You don't need people bombarding you with doom and gloom about it, unless it's sealed in fate. Like, unless the fate is sealed, where it is straight up, look, the game is closing in X amount of days, X amount of months, nothing's gonna change it, then okay, you can do that. But out of the blue to read stuff like that, it just turns you off. Oh, he can tank. Okay, let's fight this guy. Blade Master class. I should put a notice on him, right? We had to nuke his ass. Hope nobody really needed him. No one's out here right now. Like, for Domo, I can't give a fair explanation on it, like like its state right now. What I can tell you is that, see, again, I can't even say that because I haven't been playing it. I haven't been in the areas. There was a point in which this game, where it seemed like a majority of the players, like the new players, there was an issue with gold spamming in this game, gold sellers, and they were spamming everything, and the decision to combat it was to turn off the ability for new players to use the chat function, the global chat function. So the broadcast chat, so the chat in order for everyone to basically do any kind of bartering or any information, anything like that. The ability to do that, they stripped it away from anyone who was on level 15 and completed the flying quest. Those aren't like great requirements. It's not like hard to do. At level 15, that quest is impossible to do, however, by yourself. It pretty much is, unless you have help, or you have some kind of buff, or you have, something beforehand. It's kind of impossible to beat that as a fresh out the box level 15 player. So, by combating the gold spammers, which were harassing people, you you potentially hurt the new player base, because they can't ask for help or anything in a widespread way. They have to like find someone and like send them a PM, and then it's a mixed bag, It's just it's so social MMOs. People are used to talking, but not everyone you're gonna talk to speaks the same language. This is a global server, as in I think everyone who's not playing the Japanese version is playing this game. Playing this server, or Chinese version. I don't remember which one is still up. You got so many different ethnicities and, you know, people playing this version of the game. So who knows, you know? I don't know about you. I'm not the kind of person who likes to go around hounding people, asking the same question over and over if I don't get an answer. After a while, I'll just check out. Like, fuck it, I don't really, you know, if I can't find out like this, I'm not gonna know. I'm just gonna, you know, switch off and find my own way. And what you're doing is you kind of hurt the new player base. And it seemed like, at least, well, you can't tell 'cause all the new players can't talk, really, which is, I mean, it helped with the gold spam, the gold selling, but man, it just, because gold selling, when you play a game and there's constant gold selling going on, and with bots, it isn't ugly, it's a blight. Because it makes it seem like the people, GMs or whatever, they don't care about the game. They have gold spammers everywhere, right? So I understand it, but it's such a rough, man, it's such a harsh thing to do, because you can't talk. If you can't talk, then like, how much you really want to play this game? It's social MMO. So, you know, I can't speak to the player base now in terms of new players or whatever. There was a point, like I was saying earlier, where it seemed like most of the players were either getting snatched up immediately, getting put into guilds that were helping them out. The social MMOs, a lot of people, you know, they all join together. I've seen a lot of new players in guilds, but the meta has changed. See, this is it's crazy. The meta has changed with this game from the area version to this one, even the beginning of this version to now. That the commonplace practices of leveling up, what you had to do, it's different. The mindset is different. You don't really need to make AoE teams anymore. You just have to know how to maximize leveling. AoE teams were the easiest way to level up. Everyone did it. Like you learned your role. You were an AoE, you were a doctor, the tank, you were a puller, a musician, a buffer. You found your role and you learned how to do it. And Domo is unique in the fact that you can use classes, you can use class abilities and everything on different classes. So you could be a healer on a tank class, which is rough, but you can also change the build. Like every class has their own unique stats. Where I forgot attributes, right? Attributes, the stats right here. Pardon me. Every class has their own unique stats, which you can put points into and make a build. So you can build every class the same way. You can build every class to be able to be a doctor on or be a tank on. Ooh, a boss. I like that. If you so felt like it. Obviously you'd run into problems, but if your gear was good enough and you knew the game well enough and with skills, you could overcome anything. Really. That versatility, it allows you to do a lot of solo leveling. Oh, the music came back on, so now it's like a flooding wave of music now. Right? Let's turn it off. Sorry about that if that was loud or anything. But it's crazy how the game has changed. And that stuff. I gotta get reacclimated with it. So if you go to like a beginner area, you don't see a bunch of beginners. Normally in most games, I mean, oh my god, the game is dead. But in Domo, from what I can understand, the traditional ways of leveling are kind of antiquated right now. Not 100% anything like that, but you had to level up in an AoE party from 14 or 15 to 50. You spent your entire time playing this game leveling up doing AoE parties. I thought I got something. I want to play darts right now. that's changed. Like there's areas that are made for specific grinding level. You level faster there. It's a spooky bottoms, what it's called. And it's so much faster. It's like double or triple the experience. You get private areas, so a lot of players are just getting help from the veterans, and they're just teaching them what to do and helping them maximize their leveling experiences. So it's just different. So like I said, I can't judge and say if the game is dead or not or anything like that, because honestly I don't know. But I do know that the easiest way to find out if a game is dead or not, it doesn't really apply to Domo right now. The meta is just too different. Yeah, this is on Super Games, Dream Mirror Online. I definitely recommend it. Especially if you have like friends already, like you and your friends are trying to like wanna pick up an MMO together. And again, this is a grinding MMO. You will be grinding. You will be doing that. Like you can see right now, I've been mindlessly clicking, and I don't have macros, nothing like that, like some people do, or just have better muscle memory or whatever. My layout where I'm sitting with the desktop and everything is kind of like weird. I'm not like directly in front of my computer at the moment, so it's a little strange. I'm not even going for efficiency anymore. I'm just wasting. I don't care about arrows. It doesn't fucking matter. Oh man. But yeah, definitely. If you have even like if you have like one friend, if you have a group of friends, then it'd be like ace, obviously, because this game is made for. Even though the meta has changed, the game is still made for group leveling and cooperative play. It still rewards you for doing it. So if you have some friends you want to join with, or a friend, and if you don't mind talking to people to get what you want or more information, I definitely recommend Domo. If you're a loner, you could run this game the same way for the most part. You would just definitely need to open up the wiki. The wiki covers a lot of information. You need it with this game. There's so much intricacies to it. The forums as well. The player named Vagar, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Vagar or whatever. His knowledge is just extensive. There's so much knowledge about this game that's on the internet. Just so many people who are smarter than me breaking down everything to help you get an understanding of it or whatever is going on. So, it's all out there. And normally, once you beat this, it should be one more. We gotta kill 30 trees. Okay. You see, it's a grind. This is a grinding game. Recommend if you got a gotcha game or something you can do on the side or whatever, or you're playing music. But definitely if you're playing music or you're talking to your friends or something, like any game, it goes by a lot faster. Let's put on some Resident Evil 5 music. Let's put on Rust in Summer. There we go. We're gonna get this title, and I'll probably get off after I get this title. It's 2:40 in the morning right now. Not like tired. I'm sleepy. I'm definitely sleepy. Oh, you can tank. Oh boy, these guys can tank my hits. These aren't one-hit kills anymore. Like, there's so much I want to talk about with this game, but I'm not in the right mindset to do it right now. With my fucking tea, I don't care. So much to cover, so much I could like teach. Even with my outdated, antiquated understanding of the game, I still have enough to, dish it out. Oh, we're doing this where you're not going to guarantee that I get it on the drops. Man, this might end. We might not even finish this tonight. I don't got it in me right now to be dealing with like funky drop rates. I don't have the energy right now to be doing that, dealing with that shit. Oh boy. Probably should have picked an AoE class or something, but we're going for single targets, hunter. To get this title done. Builds, so much stuff we could talk about. Mabinogi is another game. My understanding of Mabinogi is completely it's awful. It is god awful. My understanding of that game is terrible. I should do this one. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, even like to a basic understanding. I don't know. I don't get the game a whole lot. I've played it a lot. I spent money on it. I enjoy playing it. I just don't know. Oh, am I dying? Or did I nuke myself that hard? What's he hit me for? Oh, he can't be at all right now. We should probably chill. How much did he hit me for? Now they're just missing all the time, so I'm pretty sure it was just I nuked myself. That was it. Okay, I don't think he can hit me. I feel like I killed more than 8. These guys are taking arrows. They're not just dying. Oh, you hit me for about 270. They're hitting me for, because of their class, they're hitting me for 270. He hit me for 277 there, which is a pretty big amount of health when I have no fucking supports or anything with me, and I think I'm naked. I have no armor on at all. Man, that's rough. That's a lot of damage. Let's open up Dokkan and see if anything happened here. I'm not doing a multi. I talked myself out of it. I'm too tired to do a multi. If I do a multi and I get shafted, I'll just go to bed angry, so that's not gonna happen. This is kind of why you want a team, because you want to stop and do what I'm doing right now, which is trying to recover your energy, stamina, and magic. No, that's just stamina. Is it called stamina? MP, yeah, MP, okay. So we're trying to recover this shit right now. Got our face in the dirt. 2 followers on the 2 viewers. Hello, second viewer on Twitch. How are you doing? Pretty uneventful right now. I have my head in the dirt trying to get my fucking MP back. Alright, let's toss it all back and let's go back to nuking. Alright. You know, 1 or 2 good hits and I'd be dead. I would be embarrassing dying in this game after not playing it for God knows how long. That's a lot of health, buddy. And he killed me. I got killed. Yeah, scapegoat doll taking effect. Dude, I should be playing this right now. It's kind of late, right? I can't fucking think straight. I'm tired. I died. I got killed in Domo. Wow. For some reason, dude, he was just taking hits, though. I can't even be like, oh man, I'm terrible. He was just tanking, motherfucker. Did we even get one for that? Yeah, I don't have the energy to complete this tonight. Hold on, we'll pick this stream up tomorrow. But let's kill one or two more. A lot of stuff we can talk about all these games. Oh, man. Star Wars is the Old Republic. I think that's what it's called. Oh, God, that is my one regret. Like, one MMO regret, really, is Star Wars and not playing it more. I keep putting it on ice. I wanted to play it with a mouse, my gamepad, and I couldn't do it, so I got annoyed and said I'll play this later, you know, that kind of shit. But I'm gonna pick that back up. Let's get the 15. Let's get the 15. Let's get half of this shit done, right? Or if I die again, I'll just stop playing. Star Wars, I definitely want to pick that. I'm gonna pick that back up the next few days too. For the channel, I think I'm going to either restart. No, I'm not gonna restart. I'm gonna spend maybe not tomorrow, maybe Thursday or Friday. I'm gonna spend about 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours maybe, trying to fix, get the whole recording thing back to normal. And I'm going to re-pick up Jet Set Radio Future. I'm going to continue that game while I play through. I'm going to continue that. I dropped that a while ago because my controller, 360 controller I had, it started doing this auto movement bullshit, and it stopped doing it, and now it's doing it again. So I don't really play my 360 like that at all. I don't play it at all, really. But I want to do that. Boy, I killed like 3 of these dudes and haven't dropped anything, eh? Okay, well, we're getting off anyway. So PS4, I have like 6 games on the PlayStation 4 I want to do videos on or stream it. I want to do videos more than stream. That's 15 out of 30. Let's get to 20. Let's get to 20 out of 30. I got like a burst of energy talking about projects. They would all be cool to do. Night in the Woods is one game that I'm a piece of shit because I talked that game. I still haven't fucking played it. I'm such a loser. I'm not talking about record. I haven't played it at all. I haven't launched the application. Yeah, I was like, oh, dude, I'm gonna wait. And when I want to wait, when I do it, I'm gonna do this and the videos. I just haven't gotten around to even starting it. I want to do some Soul Calibur 6 stuff. I don't do that goofy shit everyone else does with Soul Calibur 6. I just remember it got look pretty cool. I bought the DLC, the clothing pack. I sold out for like, oh, I'm gonna let Jotaro. Yeah, I'm a fucking stan for that show. I'm a JoJo stan. Not hardcore. I don't like JoJolian like that. I don't hate it. You know, I fell off because it's confusing to me. It's been confusing to me. But yeah, basically I just bought the outfit there. I want to do that game. There's some Samurai Warriors stuff. I can do Samurai Warriors stuff too. Man, there's like some indie kind of. I don't know. It's indie, kind of indie. Feels a little indie, not super indie. It's like this hero school thing, and I'm like the principal, and I train heroes and go on missions. And I forgot what it's called. That game is that's like up my alley. I like that kind of stuff. Like Fire Emblem. You control the people. I'm taking shit ton of damage. Yeah, I don't know. I can't play this game right now. At a competent level. So yeah, well we're gonna call it a night. Oh, an hour straight. We're gonna call it a night. We're gonna stream. We're gonna finish off this tomorrow on the stream. I'll do this. I don't know, around 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Maybe some Dokkan stuff. I need like a day or 2 off of Yu-Gi-Oh. That UR should piss me off mightily. God, I can't believe that happened. But yeah. And we'll see. We'll work it out. But, have a good night, guys.